we're using this measurement for our cutting. Waist of 33.5, hips 40, laps 26.5, length 39, knee 18, and ankle of 14. So let's go ahead and cut our clothes. First of all, we're going to draft our horizontal measurement on the clothes. That's first of all, draft our full measurement, which is 39 inches. So you add 2 inches for sewing allowance. That's going to give us 41 inches for our trouser length. And the next thing for you to do is to mark your crotch length. Crotch length, you can either measure it on the person or you just use some estimated measurement. So for this measurement, we're going to use 10. I'm going to use 10 for this measurement, and for most of adults, measurement is always 10 inches for the boy. You can measure your client to be sure that you have your accurate measurement. So we're using 10 inches for the crotch measurements, and we're going to measure the knee. The knee measurements, waist to knee is 19 and a half. That's you can as well use the full length divided by 2. Most times gives you an accurate measurement of your waist to knee. So we've marked our waist, our crotch length, and then our waistline and our full length. So let's draw the measurement out. So we'll draw a straight line here, we'll draw a straight line here, and we'll draw a straight line here. So this is our waist measurement, this is our crotch measurement, this is our thigh or laps, then this is our knee, and this is our full trouser length. So let's go ahead to mark it out. So our waist, our lap measurement here is 26.5. Now we're going to divide these laps by 2. Divided by 2 is going to give us, so 26.5 divided by 2 is going to give us 13.25. So we're going to mark the 13.25 on your clothes. Then you add ½ inch sewing allowance. Now for the trouser, you don't add allowances in the front of the clothes. You add your allowances, your sewing allowance at the back of the trousers. But for the laps, we're going to add ½ inch only to the lap, only to this lap line, because I'm going to cut it out from here. So you add ½ inch there. So now take your full measurement. Now this is going to give us 14. So this 14 is our midline for the trouser, like for the lap, knee, and ankle. So we're cutting a straight cut pant trouser. So our measurement is supposed to be central, not from one. It's not one-sided. So we need a midpoint to span our measurement from this midpoint. So 7 inches. That is the 14 divided by 2 is 7 inches. So we mark the 7 inches here. Mark it here as well. This is our knee. Then you mark it here as well. And this is our ankle measurement. So you have it here, here, and here for your midpoints. Okay. So now we are going to put in our measurements. Now we've already done measurement for the lap, which is we ended up having 14 here. So for our ankle, our round ankle is 18. So you divide the 18 by 2, and it's going to give you 9. 18 by 2 gives you 9 for the round ankle. This is just for the front measurement. So this is 9, but we're not measuring our 9 from this edge. This will make our measurement one-sided. We are going to use a midpoint. So our 9 is from the midpoint. So that means each half of the midpoint will have the same measurement. So this is 9 divided by 2. Again, this is going to give you 4.5. So 4.5 and 4.5 will give you your round knee measurements. If you don't understand, you can watch that again, reverse and watch it again so that you understand. So this is our round knee. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So 9 is not from these places, but from our midpoint. And our ankle is 14. Divided by 2 is going to give you 7. So 7 is not from this place, but it is from our midpoint. So that means your midpoint, which was 7, you measure the 3.5. 7 divided by 2 is going to give you 3.5. So 3.5 on each side of the midpoint. So 3.5 and also 3.5 here. So you have your 7 inches measured out. So now we're going to go ahead and draw our lines, and before then we're going to mark from the waist. You mark 7 inches downward. This is your hip line. Okay, so let's measure it. Let's join our line. So but from this down, this ankle, you measure at least up to 5 inches upward. So you draw a straight line from this down up to these points. This is so that you will not have folding when you are bending this clothes, so that it will not twist or fold. Because if you have it smaller here or smaller here, when you are folding it, one part will be bigger than the other part, and it will end up making your bending folded or twisted. So from this point here, you can now join this to this. So you join these two, and also you go ahead and join this to this. Then same thing here, you are going to go ahead and draw a straight line up to like 5 inches. The same. Then you can now join these lines. So this knee, then you go ahead and join this to this point, this hip line you measure the. So when you do, go ahead and do that. Yes. So in essence, you notice that our lap was 13.25. So now you've seen that after cutting out, now that half inch we added, it has gone out here. So this is our lap, 18.25 for our lap. So now we're done with this part. So let's go ahead and draw the hip. Now our hip measurement was 40. So you divide the 40 by 4, you'll have 10 inches. So you mark your 10 inches on this lap line, thigh or down here, and also mark it on the waist. So you draw this, join these 2 points together. You understand up to this point. Then you're going to mark your 2.5 inches from here. Then draw your curve to join in this point. Then you're going to go ahead and do our waist. So our waist is also going to come from a midpoint. That means this hip line, which was 40, and we had 10 after dividing it by 4, we're going to mark the midpoints of these two. That means 10 divided by 2 is going to give us 5. So we mark the 5 as your midpoint of the waist. So our waist is 33.25. Divide that by 4. 33.25 divided by 4 is going to give you this is 8.45. We don't measure the 8.45 from this line, rather from this midpoint, like we've done in the other part of the clothes. So you are going to go ahead and divide this 8.25 again by 2. That's going to give us 4.1. So you mark these measurements on both sides of these midpoints. Then you join it here. Okay, so I now join this line to this point here. Then you join this one to this one here. So that means we're almost done with the front. We're going to come down. You come down by 1 inch. So you slope, mark your slope. Then you join these 2 points together. Okay, so we're done with the front. We're going to cut this out and mark it at the side. So this is our cutting. This is all for our front measurement. We're going to use it to cut the back. So drag our fabric close to our side. So for our back, we place the fabric over the remaining part of the clothes. So best you do it from turn the side that was down upward, so that your material will be economized. Don't end up wasting material. So from your lap, from this lap, you measure up to 2.5 to 3, depending on how hippie your client is, but we're going to use 2.5 for this measurement. Then from our waistline, you mark 2 inches outward. Okay, so let's go ahead and measure this. Then you measure 1.5 inches upward. this is in essence to replace the 1 inch allowance we took here. Then you are going to add ½ inch for, you know, the joining allowance. So that's then join these two lines together. Go ahead and look like this. From here you mark up to 5 inches thereabouts. So you draw your slope. It's for the back. Then you are going to add 2 inches round the leg, 2 inches round, 2 inches round. And you draw your lines. You then go ahead to join your lines together from the leg upward to the knee and to your thigh region. And with this you can go ahead and cut the back pattern of your trousers. So so this brings us to the end of our bespoke pants drafting and cutting, and we hope that you had your best time learning with us. Do well to like the video if it was helpful to you, and if you have any questions, go ahead and drop it in the comment section, and ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also please click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time we drop a new video. Have a blissful sewing experience until next time we come your way. Peace out.